So I always tell people, you know, I'm an engineer. I went to school to be an engineer, so I have that certain way of thinking. And when I wake up in the morning, I have to have a list, or I don't even know what to do next. Like the first thing I do is take a shower, and then what? Yeah. You know, I got to go to my list and figure it out. So Wunderlist is a great app for that. And so on the personal side of things, I love using this app with my wife to share a grocery list. So I put it on her phone, it's on my phone, and if she adds like milk to the list, it pretty much simultaneously updates on my phone, so that when I walk into Kroger, Publix, Aldi, wherever I go, I've got an up-to-the-minute list of what my wife needs. Okay, so it's an electronic way. You can get rid of paper. You can stop using all the stuff that, you know, oh, do I have the most recent version? All that kind of stuff. It's a live update. Now, on a professional side of things, if you're in a business environment, you can share a list. Maybe you've got 5 people on your team, and you're trying to accomplish 20 different tasks. And every time somebody checks off their task, it comes off of your phone as well. Does that make sense? So you all get to share that list, and then everybody knows where you're going. Number 9 is FossCam. Jesse will appreciate this one because he's got a brand new baby in the house. So my favorite application for this, and you can't really see it too great from where you're sitting probably, is the nanny cam. So I've got 3 toddlers at home, 4, 4, and 3. We put them down for bed at 7 o'clock, but that really is when the fun starts, right? They start jumping around and all that kind of stuff. So we have a camera in all the rooms. And my favorite piece of the app is, you know, it has the infrared, so you look like the Navy SEAL, like it's got the green thing all over, so you can see when it's dark. But my favorite thing is there's a button you can push and you can talk to the camera. So my kids think that like God is telling them to, you know, lay down and be quiet, and there's a voice coming out of the wall because the camera's in the room.
It's really great when you scare the babysitter as well.
Exactly.
Awesome.
We do. We watch our babysitters. We go out on a date night. We can look back in and see our babysitters and all that kind of stuff that's going on in our house. And then, of course, on the professional side, you can put these in your business. If you have an office or you know, landscaping company, you can monitor your building, see if people are stealing things, and so on and so forth. Okay? So FossCam is that one. You do have to pay for the cameras. They're not free. The app is free. Now, this one will get you in trouble. So you're not allowed to use it with your husband, your wife, or your mom. Okay? Write that down. Get a piece of pen out, the little thing I gave you. Sorry, here you go. You cannot use this for your wife, your husband, or your mom. Now, I use this all the time when I call Brittany because I do it. It's called slide out. So the whole key to slide out is when you call them using this app or even just this phone number that's on there, you don't even have to put the app on your phone. It will take your phone call straight to their voicemail every time. Okay? So have you ever been like, you got 5 phone calls, it's Friday, it's like 4:30 in the afternoon, you're trying to get done by 5, you want to get out the door, or whatever it is, and you know if you call Christina, she's that long talker, you're going to be on the phone for like 15 minutes. She just wanted to know what time is the golf charity thing on Saturday, but it's going to take a long time to do that, right? You leave the message, hey Christina, sorry I missed you, the golf thing starts tomorrow at 1, I'll see you there, and it goes straight to the voicemail. So it looks like when you call them, they were in a tunnel and there was no signal for a while. It just pops up and says you've got a voicemail. And that way you don't have to actually speak to that person. But sometimes you do have to just kind of get that information back to somebody, right? Evernote. Who uses Evernote?
Evernote's pretty cool.
If you don't have Evernote, you got to get it. It's so awesome for business and personal. So on the personal side, I love. So have you ever been someplace where you've got 14,000 pictures on your phone, and you're having lunch or you're at a family thing, and you're like, I gotta show you the picture of the dog doing this, and you can't find it because you got 14. It takes like an hour to flip through, and by then the conversation's dead. Put your photo into Evernote. Put a little thing that says puppy or baby or whatever it is, and the next time you're at that function, you can search. The greatest thing about Evernote is the searchable index. It takes all your PDF files, it takes pretty much anything that has text on it and converts it so you can search for it, so you can throw all kinds of documents in there, pictures, all kinds of stuff. It's a great searchable index for business and personal use. Number 6 is Thumbtack. So this is, again, 2 separate uses. One, like with Experiment, we fix iPhones and other stuff. So we are a referral source. We get referrals from Thumbtack. So this is a great opportunity for my business to grow because I'm going to get out there and say, hey, this is a service I provide, and if you're looking for that service, you can go in and find people that will give you quotes on fixing a phone, for example. On a personal side of your home, you want to get your house painted, right? You got 5 rooms in your house, and we know how it is these days. You call 45 contractors, and 20 of them will call you back, and 10 of them actually show up to to look at your house, and then 5 of them send you a quote, and only 1 of them will actually show up and do the work, right? With Thumbtack, if you put that request out there, you're going to get qualified people that will actually show up because they're paying for that referral. So they're going to pay $2 or $3 just to give you a quote. So you're kind of qualifying that contractor or that person. Now, if you provide a service, like I do with Experiment, or maybe you teach piano lessons on the side, or maybe you're a good whatever, right? You can put yourself in there as a vendor and get referrals. So if somebody's looking for piano lessons, you'll get an email that says that Susie is looking for piano lessons, and it's all based by zip code, so you can do it within so many miles of where you live. And you might get some referrals that way too, so you can grow a service-related business that way. Send out cards. You're going to hear a little bit more about it later, but this app on your phone, here's how I use it. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can use cards to grow your business or just in your personal life, but this is where you use the mobile app. When Jesse has a baby, right? Little Noah was born recently. You take all the pictures that he posted on Facebook off of the social media, right? You save them to your phone, you put them in the app, and you send a card. Hey, Jesse, Beth, congratulations on Noah being born. He was like 17 pounds or something. He hasn't received his card yet. We're going to deal with that later. So ultimately, the babies, the weddings, all kinds of different special graduation, whatever it is, that's a perfect app to use. You can literally send somebody a personalized card for $1.17 or whatever it is in like 1 minute from your phone. It's that simple. While you're at 10 o'clock at night, while you're flipping through things, I use it to wind down and go to bed. Oh, somebody got married this weekend. Boom, boom, boom. 1 minute later, done. It's in the mail. Stamps on it. You're ready to go. Yours is coming, Jesse. The check's in the mail. Number 4, pick resize. So Laurie's in the web graphics design thing, right? So she gets this all the time, I'm sure. How many of you have ever tried to put that picture up on your Facebook and it's supposed to be the long one in the background, and it's like you're cut off, or you're sideways, or you're blown up, or it's the wrong pixels, or it's the wrong whatever, right? And it drives you crazy. And if you're working with a designer, they're like, I need that picture in a higher res, and you're like, what does that even mean? What is a pixel? And I thought that was in a movie. I don't even know, right? Yeah. So you throw your picture into this, and this is how it works. It's one of those things where you search your computer, you put the picture in there, you tell it what you need, and it spits out the other end, so you can give it back to that person in the right format. So you can get your Facebook profile, your Instagram profile, your Facebook background, LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff. It'll help you adjust and get the right size so that things fit in that little box that they give you. Number 3, scannable. So in an event like this here today, every single one of you should be searching for this app right now. And if you're on an Android, you want to look for Evernote scannable. That's what it's going to say under on the Android devices, okay? Because here's why. What do you think, Laurie, 30 people in the room or so, or 25 to 30 people? I'm going to have every single one of your business cards and all of your contact information in my phone in less than 3 minutes. I'm going to do it in the parking lot before I even leave. Because I'm going to open up take a stack of business cards, take my phone, use Scannable, and take a picture of every one of those cards. It automatically reads all the information off the card. If you're on LinkedIn, it even gives you a button to push where you can invite them to be your connection, or whatever that's called. You don't really friend somebody on LinkedIn, I guess, whatever that is. Yeah. You connect with them on LinkedIn, and you can save it to your phone, and all that information is done. You've already imported it before you even left the parking lot. It's worth its weight in gold, and it's free. The time it saves you is crazy. Mile IQ, anybody keep track of their mileage for their business or personal use, right? So this thing is awesome. It uses the GPS in your phone, and sorry, I'm a little over on top, speed up. So it uses the GPS in your phone. When you leave your park or your driveway in the morning, okay, it knows that you're going somewhere, and it tracks wherever you left your driveway and you got to your office. And that doesn't count you can't write that off your taxes because that's your commute to work. But if you left your office and came here to Jonathan's, you can write that off your taxes, right? So it tracks all your drives down to the 10th of a mile, keeps them all nice and neat on your app. And whenever you have the time, you open up that app and you swipe left for personal and right for business. And what's even cooler, they're starting to enhance it. It starts to recognize that you're making the same drives all the time. And you can go in there and put names on stuff. So I can put Jonathan's, or I can put Nashville Networking Luncheon, and so on and so forth, right? And every time it sees that name or that location, it automatically classifies it as business or personal. So it saves you a ton of time, and then you get a really nice, neat report you can give to your accountant, or if you do your own taxes, weekly, monthly, or yearly, with down to the 10th of a mile, every drive you've made the whole year long. Makes it nice and easy. And then finally is Fiverr. Anybody use Fiverr? Okay. So this is the most fun you could have for $5, honestly. That's why it's called Fiverr. So on the personal side, I always tell this story. I have two 20-something-year-old stepdaughters, right? They love Taylor Swift. So for Christmas one year, for $5, I took a picture of me and my wife, where I had my arm around my wife, and I took a picture of Taylor Swift. I sent it off to the folks at Fiverr. They put my arm around Taylor Swift. I printed it at Walmart for 63 cents and stuck it in a $1 frame, right? So I gave each of my daughters a picture of me and Taylor Swift. Now, I never met Taylor Swift, but it looked like I did. And they love her, and they don't really love me because I'm stepdad, right? I mean, I say that tongue in cheek. So my picture of me and Taylor Swift is on the wall or on the mantle and it cost me $5, right? It's me and Taylor Swift. So on the professional side, very, very, very inexpensive way to get graphic design. You can have somebody work on your LinkedIn profile or your Facebook profile. You can have them do a lot of data scrubbing. So if you wanted to get all the businesses in Mount Juliet for $5, they'll put them in a spreadsheet and all kinds of stuff. You can get certain categories by zip code. There's all kinds of stuff. Now you're going to ask, how in the world can I get that for $5? You're paying somebody in Uzbekistan or whatever to do this for you, where $5 is like a month's worth of pay, and it's a big deal for them. So you're most likely going to be working with somebody in another country where it makes sense for them to do these things for $5. Every now and then you do get the folks here in the U.S. that are doing it just to promote their business. So they look at it as a marketing expense. If I get Jesse to hire me to do something for $5 and I do a really good job, he might keep me going for other stuff and hire my company later. So there's two different ways of looking at it. Okay? So like I promised, I promised 10 minutes, but I went over. But that's my